Damon John is here, why he thinks 90% of companies fail in the first year and how to keep your name off that list. Very happy to have him here on Street Signs. He's next. To invest in your business or idea, let us bring in Damon John, not only now a TV star, but obviously the founder and CEO of Fubo, which is why he's now a TV star, by the way, and a multi-millionaire. Damon, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
The statistics are ridiculous. 90% of new businesses fail in the first year.
Yeah.
Why?
You know what? I think a lot of new businesses really suffer often from overfunding. I think they go out there and they raise capital and
overfunding.
They mortgage their house and everything else. And you know, let's say you have a bakery, you go and mortgage your house for $100,000, but you didn't sell not one cupcake, and yet you build this beautiful bakery and all these other things, and you didn't work out the business just yet. So I think a lot of times it's overfunding, and it's a lack of financial intelligence, a lack of the business when they just think, you know what? Because I can make cupcakes, I'm going in business.
So have you ever invested in a business that's under a year old, or do you have to see that benchmark passed?
I generally like to see that benchmark passed. The businesses that I've invested under a year old were all my own, and I failed at half of them myself, right? So I really like to see that the entrepreneur themselves have learned, they made mistakes, that the business is scalable, and that you know, they proof of concept of you know, sales that are out there.
You often hear successful people say they learn more from failure than from success. Is that true?
Absolutely. You know, I failed way more than I've succeeded. And when I finally did make enough money, I thought I can buy the world and buy all these companies. And I failed at almost every one of them until I sat back and I said, what were the fundamentals that got me here? Was it back office? Was it distribution? Was it the financial structure? Was it great partners? And then I started to learn, and I started to actually make money then.
So what does it take to get your attention on Shark Tank? I mean, there are a couple, I mean, obviously people come in and they make these elaborate presentations. Sometimes they hire actors and extras.
Some of them are terrible still.
Some of them are terrible still. And then there are others where all the sharks are jumping in.
I think, first of all, it's the energy and the person who is pitching, because you want that person to be your partner. Regardless of whether the business works out or not, you'll always have a business with the person. Also, do they have something that resonates with you? Do you see a need for it in the market? And third of all, does it fit your portfolio or your skill set? Lori and some of the other sharks have done amazing things with products that I thought were the worst idea ever, and vice versa.
That's what's surprising is some of the stuff you guys go for. I'm like, they're never going to go for that. No way. And then I'm like, whoa, what? And then some of the stuff I think that's
why you're
genius.
Not a shark, Brian.
Well, clearly.
Sorry.
That's true. To my untrained eye, as Sandy Villery might say. It's surprising what you guys pick.
You know, Lori picked this thing. It's a little pin that you put here. You put your eyeglasses in.
I saw that one.
Right. I've made tons of shirts with that hole for your eyeglasses.
Right.
Lori sold about $4 million worth of that crap.
Is that what that hole's for?
Yeah, to put your eyeglasses.
I don't wear glasses.
Right?
I don't wear glasses.
I'm telling you now, I thought it was garbage, but you know what? Maybe I'm the moron, because Lori's $4 million richer right now.
She knew how to market it.
She knew how to market it. She had a customer, and she pushed that thing.
We were talking in the break how you have about $4 million invested in various Shark Tank ventures, and you've actually exited one. What is the environment right now in terms of selling some of these businesses? Do you find that maybe there is a market, things are getting better?
I find that licensing tends to be better. Exits that used to be 5 years and now 7 and 8 years.
So
we were fortunate enough, to have a great exit with Talbot Tees, Kevin O'Leary, and myself. But I find that the licensing is a better format for us, and I've never really been great at big exits or going public. So I'm the guy that likes to work on it every day for 10, 20 years and hopefully get as much money out of it as I can.
And you know what? We got to say goodbye, but you get too much credit. Your mom doesn't get enough credit because she gave.
We're not going to get to them, but
oh wow.
Plug, you know, we just put the brand Etonic, the old
Etonic. Where have they been?
That's old school.
That is old school.
1877. We were bringing them back out. That's where
they were gone. Were they gone? I haven't seen those shoes in 15 years.
They were doing a little bit of business here and there, but you know, we're out there. Arnold Palmer used to wear the shoes, and you know, Hakeem Olajuwon's, and you. So that's my new venture. I had to plug it.
That's cool.
Etonic.
For you,
I'm always pitching, man. Put me on Shark Tank. I'll pitch that.
Shark, Damon.
And a shout out to your mom who gave up the space in your house when you guys got started.
Absolutely.
Incredible move by her. Amazing woman, obviously.
Is a stronger woman. Thank you.
Good to see you, Damon.
Thank you.
Thank you. And tonight is, of course, Shark Tank Night on CNBC. It is a marathon starting at 8 p.m. and running through midnight. So, Brian, get your popcorn ready, you know, settle in. Big night.
We will settle in. Thank you very much. And by the way, stocks